Stuck in help desk for 6 years, feeling like I wasted my career. How do I break out? I've been at the same help desk role for 6 years now. Started as a fresh grad with a bachelor's in IT and a couple CompTIA certs. I've been told I do good work, get good feedback from users, and I'm taking on extra responsibilities like managing our ticketing system and some basic Active Directory stuff. But promotions never happen. Every time I bring up moving to assist admin or network role, I get told to be patient or that there's no budget. Meanwhile, new people come in with less experience and leave after a year for better jobs. I know the job market is rough right now, but I feel like I'm stuck in a loop where I don't have the experience to get a better job. And I can't get the experience because my current job won't give me the opportunity. For those who escape help desk after feeling stuck, what actually worked? Did you grind search, build a home lab, or just mass supply until something stuck? I'm open to anything at this point.
Well, sir, if you are, ma'am, whoever, if you are open to, um, why don't you have a home lab? That should be where you're starting at. You know, that's the easy part. You can already control what's in your environment. Why are you not showcasing your skill set and your knowledge there? That's not going to be the only thing that's going to be able to get you to the next stage, but that is like low key bare minimum on the stage where you are to add to your resume. Because there are other people obviously that have been working help desk for more than 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. So what about you stands out from them and you're doing the same job?
No, I will also say so. Here's something that I think that they are not paying attention to. You're such a good employee for them, they are not going to let you leave the help desk.
That part.
I've experienced this personally. With that being said, after year two, you should have been already gone. 6 years now is tough because you're pigeonholed into only support type of roles. And so you're going to have to work twice as hard to get out. Now, right now, it seems like you're doing a lot of basic things. You're trying to get into the sysadmin world. So you need to go work on sysadmin skills. If you're already using the cloud at your job, learn more about the cloud. Get a couple of, what's some of those Azure certs that
Mhm.
you like all the time?
SC 900 is the security fundamentals. 100, 200, 300.
Yeah, get some of those. You already have the skill set. Then you got to get with somebody to finesse your resume that'll help you out. Like a lot of times, people in help desk are doing a lot of different roles and they just don't know how to put it together. They don't even know that hey, you guys are either verifying these people or testing out the software based on some certain security control. So if you can figure out the controls, this is a Mr. Fantastic reach.
No facts.
But you can say you're doing GRC.
But I think that it's also important for you to keep track of what you're doing. And I tell people that all the time. Keep a weekly tracker of everything that you did. What did you solve for the week? Talk to your favorite, AI tool and say, hey, this is what I did for the week. Obviously, eliminate customer specifics and things and whatever, user specific things, but ask it to help you understand in this industry how you can use the things that you did this past week to understand things on a broader sense. Because if you're only thinking about it from a help desk perspective, like you said, then you're just only going to get that.
Yeah, for sure. And that's some I seen Lee was in the chat. Clay Talk Show was in the building, everybody.
Hey,
Let's get him a round of applause because he's gonna be
Lee,
at home laughing.
pull up on us.
But yeah, a lot of people I think that's the issue. Like when you stay in help desk long, like it just screams help desk and people try to do this where the job description says help desk and they change it to security analyst and they don't know anything. Like you asking all them questions let me know that you literally just been coming to work and
Doing the bare minimum.
and I'm not gonna fault you for this. This is just ignorance from maybe just not having a lot of friends, and this is why you got to expand your network. No matter what level the job is, you just thought that you was gonna work very well, and they was gonna let you promote or do all this other stuff, and lie to you about no budget. Meanwhile, they're just gonna keep you for cheap when you're gonna have to take your own career in your hands. So those other departments, you're gonna have to talk to them. Take your manager, the director, X all them out, and you go start talking to these people and figure out they let you shadow them or not. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so if you can start shadowing them and actually learning what they do, you can then start seeing you have actual whatever networking sysadmin experience and you know how to do this. And then that's when you start putting on your resume because I don't care what it says in HR you are. If you do have IAM work, you do IAM. If you do sysadmin work, you do sysadmin stuff. If you're a cloud support engineer, you're a cloud support engineer. If you're working with DLP, you're doing DLP. If you're working forensics, you're doing forensics.
I love that you said to take it into your own hands because sometimes you have to go to them low key with like a checkmate. Like y'all want to keep holding me here, but let me show you, because they know what you're doing. But if you can't tell the story about your impact that you've had within the organization, then they're not going to give you the story. So if you come to them with a story to say, I did this, this, and this in this role, and I've helped y'all do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and this is why I should be able to progress on, I don't know, senior level. I don't know. I'm just making things up. But you definitely have to understand what you're doing and how it benefits the company, and how you can use that as leverage to get to the next spot. When you go talk to a manager that is for a different team, right? You said help desk. Let's say you go talk to the cloud team and you want to start working with them. What are you going to say to them to show them that you the truth and you know what you're doing? You need to come to them with, quote unquote, your elevator pitch put together as to why this will be a good transition for you. So you kind of have to think above and beyond the role that you're in, and then also get cool with somebody that can help you understand what your impact is helping drive that particular role to do.
And since you work help desk, you already see most of the issues and the change and the requested items that's getting fixed. Find the assignment groups and go holler at who in the assignment groups that's online. We online. And hopefully, if y'all not remote, y'all in the office, go do lunch or something with them. Tell them your problems. And they'll it'll be easier. Like if you got a big dog that fight for you in the organization, they can just snatch you out of there. They can find somebody to do what you've been
That
doing
part.
because for you to been doing it 6 years, means you really maxed out. And or you need to also probably have, I don't know if you do one-on-ones, because my help desk job, we didn't really do one-on-ones. My
Because you
first
was
time,
so busy.
no, we just didn't do one-on-ones.
Mm.
My first time having scheduled one-on-ones was when I moved out here and started working for Income to Knock. And that's when I say, oh, okay, this is how management is supposed to look.
Mm-hmm.
So you may have an inflated self-worth of how good you may think you are.
That part right there, because you've been there so long, and likely everybody is not a natural top performer, go getter, high achiever. So if you've been there for 6 years, that doesn't mean, and I'm not discrediting you because this could be the case, but that doesn't mean that you've been a top performer for 6 years consecutively. Maybe you were good for the last 3 years or the last year. You see it differently than what they'll see it as, and so that's another important factor to keep in. You can't get in these positions and then stay there for so long being mediocre. And I'm not saying that you're mediocre, I'm just saying for people who are listening who are in similar situations, you can't sit in mediocrity for years and then expect for something to change for you. You got to be like that for real.
Like, listen, you should have heard this bill after year 2 and they said it wasn't no budget. Like, what is this? No, that's not it. Oh, this is S.
You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you.
Like,
it's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
like, that's what they telling you. Like, hey, you gonna do help desk until you die. That's what they telling you.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to get out the help desk plantation. I'm not gonna go through some of the Reddit comments. I think that they gave him some good advice. Somebody said Buddy is cooked, and this is a good comment. I just got the SC900 and SC300 and Okta to get out of help desk.
Yeah.
Okay, shout out to you.
Shout out to them.
I like this, Sean Breeze. Politics affect business. You have to stay tapped in. Nah, for sure. I think a lot of people don't understand how all that stuff shapes, your job. That's why I like all the stuff with the laptop forums in North Korea. All the stuff last year was happening, and a lot of people weren't tapped in. And you still got people just using KVM devices all on your network. You don't know where these people are working from, or if that's really them. Matter of fact, the Cybershortiee, what's her name? The white chick. She had she posted a good video on Instagram where, like, I don't know if it was a real interview or not, but they were trying to see if the person was actually using the deep fake. So it's like, oh yeah, grab this and show us this and put up 3 fingers and stuff like that. It's like something called the 3-finger test. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Because we haven't seen it yet. We haven't, I mean, it's maybe happening, but we haven't seen it, or it hasn't happened to us. But it's not shocking to hear because we know what the deepfakes, how they get down.
Yeah, that's why, like, one of the first things the recruiters do now is, hey, yeah, you got time, maybe tomorrow, 15 minutes to get on Teams with your camera on. First thing they're going to ask you. And they're going to try to make sure your voice match on every call that you do. Because I've seen the scenarios of where one person interviewed, then the person that they hired is not who they interviewed, and now they have to fire the person because they couldn't do the job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like for real.
Yeah.
But I know you want to read your Reddit story.
Yes. So my Reddit story is titled "My